This is the second devlog of Rovivrus, a 2D inverted survival game I made for this year's GMTK Game Jam. I got a lot of feedback from other people, and combined with the issues I already knew, I thought I could make a short second devlog about them. I noted the desired changes in a to-do list and started with improving the visuals for the user interface. It took up way too much screen space, which is why I decided to hide it and let it slowly appear when the cursor comes towards it. Since the game is quite complex and I did not want to waste any additional space for each explanation, I used a small area to display a tooltip whenever you hover over an element to explain you exactly what it does. To avoid confusion when choosing an enemy to spawn, I outlined the chosen one with a gentle glow in the enemy's main color. To decrease the overall difficulty and raise a bit extra understanding for the player's movement, I implemented a simple preview for it. Following that, a few minor bugs needed fixing. I also forgot to implement a lose condition, so now you can lose. Someone wanted additional juice when an enemy spawns, so I incremented the size animation and added mana particles. Since the player is pretty fast compared to the enemies, once you spawn an enemy, it basically becomes useless after a few seconds. To address that issue, I gave the user the ability to command selected creatures. First, I let them rush to wherever you click and gave them a speed boost. But since they were able to deal damage while rushing, I replaced it with a teleport. It was not good enough yet, but all I did then. Now, the improvement for which I was most excited. Similar to the player's visual in Depth Searcher, they should change with each level up. Fun fact, I made dynamic visuals in Depth Searcher because of this game, but actually these changing visuals are an important addition for every game. Every upgrade from handgun damage to enemy knockback has its own visual improvement, and I have to say it looks way stronger than at the start. With these changes, the most significant changes apart from balancing were done. After a quick tutorial, I did some more playtesting and realized some things. The best strategy will always be either to wait and then spawn enemies, or to wait and buy upgrades before you start spawning them. To change that, I used red, green and blue essence instead of mana as currency, which you get by placing enemies in the corresponding colors. Another thing I noted was how terrible it is to activate teleport. You had to activate selection mode, select the creatures, switch back to teleport mode and click where you want them to be. Now you can select with the right mouse button and move them with the middle mouse button. With that, all was done. I still need to balance the gameplay, but I think that will already be done by the time you're seeing this. As always, thanks for watching and tell me if there is something I could or should do better or other suggestions. Bye, see you next time.